Welcome. Let's begin with a dynamic warm-up. So starting in child's pose. Keep your knees together for this child's pose and then reach your arms as far forwards as you let your belly, your chest, and your forehead rest towards the ground. We'll start with a few deep breaths here. Keep reaching your arms as far forwards as you can so you create length down the spine. Good. And then on an inhale, start to round your back. Lift yourself up into a tabletop position. Keep that round in the spine as you send your hips forward, send your thighs forwards and down towards the mat. As they lower down, bend your elbows so you're finding this cobra. Pull your chest forwards, roll your shoulders back. Good. And pushing yourself back up and back into child's pose. Take a breath here. Inhale. Exhale. On your inhale, begin to round your back. Lift yourself up. So you're waving your spine as you travel forwards. Lower your thighs, your hips. Bend your elbows. Move into your cobra pose. Deep breath in here. Exhale it out. Press back. Child's pose. Breath in here. Inhale. Exhale. Then round your spine, ripple forwards, moving through to your cobra. Inhale here, open the chest. Exhale back to child's pose. 2 more of these. Move at the pace of your own breath. So you're always synchronizing your movements with your breath. One more of these to go. When you find your cobra pose, stay there. Bring your hands out a little wider now, so they're at the edges of your mat, and then bring your feet and legs together. Roll onto your right side, and then start to bend into your right arm a little bit more. Come back through center, roll to the left, bend into the left arm. And we'll just continue to move in this way from side to side. So you're getting a nice lengthening sensation down either side of your body as you roll side to side. Good. One more, each side. Good. Then come back through center. Bring your forearms down to the mat. So you're finding a Sphinx pose. And lift your right leg and reach your left arm up. Keep pressing the floor away as you hold it here. We've got about 6 more breaths. You're going to start to feel this in your low back, and that's okay. It's what we're going for. It's a great pose to strengthen your spinal extensors. So keep lifting the leg, keep reaching the arm up. Good. Now, reach your left arm back, bend your right knee. See if you can catch a hold of the foot. Then press your foot into your hand. And as you do so, you should start to feel the left shoulder draw back and the left side of the chest will open. Hold it here, 5 more breaths. Two, and 1. Release with control. And then come back to your Sphinx pose. Second side now, so lifting your left leg, reaching right arm up, hold it here. Keep your breath steady, keep lifting that leg as high as you can, reaching your arm up. 4 more breaths to go. Wonderful. Then reach your right arm back, bend your left leg. See if you can catch the foot and press the foot into your hand. So you're rolling your right shoulder back to open the right side of your chest here. Hold it steady. For 3, for 2, and 1. Release with control. Come back through to your Sphinx. and come back up into a tabletop position. From here, keep your hips stacked on top of your knees. Walk your hands forwards and sink your chest down into a puppy pose. So let your heart anchor towards the ground. We'll spend just a few moments here to warm up. And then we'll move a little bit more dynamically in a second. Take a deep breath in. Audible exhale out. One more like this. Inhale. Exhale. And just like we practiced in child's pose, start to round your back, ripple forwards, move through to a cobra or a sphinx if you want to put your forearms down. Inhale here. And keeping your hands where they are as you exhale, press back through to your puppy pose. Take a breath here. At the end of your exhale, ripple forwards, move back through to your back bend of choice. We've got 2 more of these to go. So moving fluidly with your breath. Last one to go. And find your way back to your back bend of choice. And come back up into your tabletop position. Good. From here, tuck your toes so your feet are ready. And start to dip your belly, arch your spine, push yourself back as if you're about to sit on your heels. And then round your back, ripple forwards. Keep this going with the breath. Inhale, arch your spine, move back. Exhale, round, ripple forwards. 2 more. Inhale, arch, move back. Exhale, round. Last one. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Now arch your back, dip your belly, and as you move back, press through your feet, lift your hips, push up to downward facing dog. Nice. 5 breaths here, so give yourself a chance to ease into the pose. You can pedal out your legs, take any movements that help you settle in. Good, and looking in between your hands, step your left foot forwards, lower your back knee down for low lunge. Start by sending your hips down and forward so the front knee will track past the ankle. And then bring your right arm, reach to take a hold of the back of your thigh or your knee, wherever you reach for, and lift your left arm up. So you're keeping the chest open to the sky, but you're also leaning back. Hold this here. Keep pressing your legs, your feet into the floor. Wonderful. Then rest your left hand on your knee. Pick up your back foot. Catch a hold of the inside of the foot. And then start to press the foot into your hand. And as you do this, your right shoulder will draw back. It will open the right side of the chest. And you may feel like you're going to fall back. So that's where the challenge is here, is to maintain balance. So keep holding it here. Pressing the foot into your hand so your arm is fully extended. Good. Now bring your foot in towards the back of your glutes. So now you're bending the arm, just assisting that foot closer to you. And you'll start to feel quite a deep stretch down the front of your thigh and your hip. Hold it steady. Wonderful. Okay, slowly release the hold of that foot. So don't let it ping back, let it lower with control. Now bring your right arm behind you. Bring the hand up to the space between your shoulder blades. And then left arm up and over so the hands clasp together. Now don't worry if you don't quite find the bind, you could always just hold onto your clothing. And start to arch back and lift your chest up. So we're lifting up and out of the low back as we find this back bend. Keep pressing your feet into the mat to create stability. Hold it here for 3, 2, and 1. Release the hold of the hands. Slowly step it back to downward facing dog. Your right side is likely going to feel very different now, so let's balance you out. Look forward, step your right foot forwards, lower your back knee down. Then let your front knee go past the ankles so your hips can really travel down and forwards. Then reach your left arm back, take a hold of the back of your knee or your thigh, reach your right arm up. Keep your chest open to the sky, leaning back. Find a position where you can still breathe with ease. So really prioritize your breath over what the pose looks like. Beautiful. Now lower your right hand to your knee. Pick up your back foot, catch the inside of your foot, and then press your foot into your hand. Keep letting your hips sink down and forwards. And the challenge here is to keep pressing the foot into your hand and maintain your balance. Keep your breath steady. Good. Now draw the foot in close to the back of your glutes. Assist it with your hand. Hold it here. And this one may actually feel a little easier now after that last pose. Keep sinking the hips down and forwards, drawing your foot in towards your glutes. Hold it steady. Good. Now as you release, slowly let the foot lower down. Don't let it ping back. Sink your hips down and forwards again, and then bring the left arm behind your back so the hand comes just between your shoulder blades, and then the right arm comes up and over, hands draw together. As you find your variation of a bind, whether the hands are together or whether you're just holding your clothing, start to lift your chest up. Lift out of your low back and then arch back. Keep pressing your feet into the mat so you're using the strength in your legs. Hold it steady. 3 more breaths here. Wonderful. Release the hands. Slowly step back into downward facing dog. Pedal out your legs here as your hips may feel very different now. That was quite an intense sequence. Then bring your knees down. Come into a tabletop position. Extend your right leg back. And you may just want to keep your left toes tucked for this to help with the balance. Reach your right arm back, so you shift all your weight onto the left side. Then bend your knee, catch the foot. Start to press the foot into your hand and lift the leg as high as you can. Hold it steady. I know it's a wobbly one, so go slow. Keep pressing the foot into your hand. Keep your gaze focused on one spot. Good. Now release the hold of the foot. Keep the leg lifted, but just straighten it. So you're finding this modified side plank. Hold it here. Turn your body to the side. Keep that leg lifting. Good. Then start to sweep your right leg out to the side. Bring it forwards. Plant the foot. Bend the knee. Come up into a high lunge position. Inhale here. As you exhale, draw your arms back, lean forwards and lift your back leg, warrior 3. Hold it steady, keep your gaze down. Beautiful. Lower your back foot, step back to downward facing dog. And then lower the knees down, come back to your tabletop. Second side, so keep the right toes tucked for balance. Lift your left leg. And as you shift your weight into your right side, reach your left arm back. Bend the knee, catch a hold of the inside of the foot, then press the foot into your hand. Hold it steady. I know everything is probably wobbling right now. Don't worry, it is for me too. Keep your gaze focused. Holding 3, 2, 1. Release the hold of the foot, straighten the leg. Keep that leg lifted as you find your balance here. So modified side plank, keep lifting that leg as high as you can. So really strengthening the legs here too. Good, then start to sweep that leg out to the side, bring it forwards and plant it down. Come up into your high lunge. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, sweep your arms back, lean forwards, shift your weight, lift your back leg. Coming through to your warrior 3, hold it here. Slow down your breath a moment whilst we pause in this balance. Good. Lower the back foot, step back to downward facing dog. Nice. Pedal out your legs, shift your weight side to side. Good. Then lift your right leg high, bend the knee and stack your hip. Then start to walk your left hand back towards your left foot. You have the option to stay here, or if the balance is there, you could pick up your left hand, see if you can reach to take a hold of your foot. Hold the balance. Even if you don't quite reach the foot, just stay wherever you are. 3, 2, 1. Come back through downward dog. Let's move into the other side. So this is a real challenging one. So lift your left leg, bend the knee, open the hip. Then start to walk your right hand back. I find this is a good place just to begin exploring the pose. And if the balance is there, take the right hand back. See if you can reach and grab a hold of the foot. Hold it steady. Even if you're wobbling and falling out, don't worry, I am too. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Come back to downward facing dog, nice. Then looking forwards, slowly step forwards and come all the way up into a standing position. Nice, then stepping your feet together. Squeeze your inner thighs in towards one another. Reach your arms up. And pointing your index fingers towards the ceiling. Inhale, reach up. As you exhale, bend to the left. Send your hips to the right to counterbalance your weight. And keep opening your chest. Deep breaths here. Lengthening the whole right side of your body. Good. Inhale, come back up. Exhale to the right. Send your hips left to counterbalance. Keep your breath flowing. Chest open. Good. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, relax your arms by your side. You may want to step your feet a little bit wider for this now. Then bring your hands to your low back. Start to press your feet into the mat. Squeeze your glutes. Activate your abdominals. You create this whole stable lower body. On your inhale, roll your shoulders back. Lift your chest. You lift up and out of low back. Send your hips forwards as you start to arch back, finding a standing back bend. Hold it here. Keep breathing, keep pressing through the feet. Good, very slowly come all the way back up, lift your head up last. Nice, and step your feet and hips width. Good, now standing up for dancer. Shift your weight onto your left foot, bend your right knee. Release your right arm to your right side and then catch the inside of the foot. As you do this, start to press your foot into your hands. You're creating some resistance there. Reach your left arm up. Inhale, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, kick your foot into your hand. Let the leg initiate the movement. So as you press your foot into your hand, the arm can reach forwards. Hold it here. Keep your gaze focused on one spot. Keep pressing your foot into your hand. 2, come out slowly, reverse the motion, coming out with control. And then release. You may want to shake things out. Let's switch to the other side. So start by bringing your weight onto your right foot, bend your left leg. Catch the inside of the foot and press your foot into your hands. That foot's not going anywhere. And reach your right arm up. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, press the foot into your hand. Kick that leg back. Let the leg initiate the movement and send your arm forwards. Hold it steady. Whew. I know it's a wobbly one. Stay with me for 3, 2, and 1. Coming out with control. Release. Roll everything out. Good. And stepping your feet about hips width wide now. Keep a bend in your knees. So we're going to take a very gradual fold forwards. So start by hinging from your hips. Bring your belly towards your thighs. You can keep a deep bend in the knees. Rest your fingertips on the mat. So keep a straight spine to begin. And very slowly you can start to straighten the legs, moving to a deeper forward fold. Shimmy your hips side to side. Give yourself a chance to ease into the pose. Good. And bring your right hand in front of your right foot, then the right knee. And then reach the left arm up, twist open to the left side. So you can keep leaning weight into the right side of your body as you twist open. Hold for an inhale. As you exhale, lower the left hand in front of left foot. Bend the left knee as you straighten the right leg. Reach your right arm up, twist open. Keep leaning weight into the left side so you can twist open a little further for an inhale. And an exhale, lower the right hand down, come back through to your forward fold. This time, if you want to go deeper, you can hold the backs of the ankles, draw yourself in a little bit closer. Really let your torso, your head, your neck hang heavy. Breathe deeply in. Breathe completely out. One more inhale. Exhale. Good. Place your hands on the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. And then in your downward facing dog, step the feet as wide as your mat. And you may want to just bring them a little bit closer to your hands. Then bring the right hand to the outside of left ankle. Twist under your left arm. With each exhale, see if you can twist a little deeper, moving with your breath. And release the right hand, bring left hand to outside of right ankle, twist under your right arm. Deepen your breath as you move into whatever space becomes available. So let that space become available instead of forcing it. Just notice if it happens. Good. Bring the left hand back on the mat. Step your feet in hips width. And then lower your knees down back into a tabletop position. Thread the right arm under your left. Lower the shoulder, lower the side of your head down. Then wrap the left arm behind your back. You have the option to stay here if you prefer a more restorative pose. If you've still got some energy in the tank, then straighten your left leg back. Tuck your right toes. So you've got that for balance. Then start to lift the left leg off the mat. You're going to start to feel those wobbles starting right about now. So embrace it. Really press down through all parts of your body that are in connection with the ground. Good. Lower the left knee back. Let's come back through to tabletop. And then thread your left arm under your right. Lower the head, lower the shoulder. Wrap your right arm behind the back. And stay here if you want to rest. If you've got more energy, tuck your left toes, straighten your right leg. And then start to lift the right leg off the mat. Embrace the wobbles, press against the mat. Hold it steady. Good. And then lower that knee back down. Come back through to tabletop. And then bring your big toes together. Open your knees as wide as the mat. Sit your hips back on your heels and walk your arms forwards to settle in. Find child's pose. 10 breaths here just to complete our practice. So make them count. Really invite the whole of your body to relax so you're not holding on to anything. No more expectation. Nothing else to do. Okay, coming back up into a kneeling position when you're ready. And that rounds up the end of today's class. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed it. I know there were a lot of challenges. There were potentially a lot of falls, but it's okay. It's all part of it. Remember, it's all about play and progress over perfection. Thank you again for joining me. I hope to see you again for the next one. Namaste.